I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on it, go. Make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off and knowing I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages, a vacant modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for for the fake. If you wanna play tough, I wanna hate this, I'll always show.
And hello, everybody. We are live. How's everybody doing? Some of y'all gotta be doing better out there than Triple T. I hope to God so. I definitely didn't see anything like this pop out. I didn't ever expect myself to be telling and going. Like I felt like I needed to go. I went by DAGBURN earlier when he was live, and hell, freaking Hogstar, Gene, one of them probably ended up blocking me, but I know he read at least one or two of my messages. I just told him, not always agreed, and I know we ain't always been up and up, but pretty much told him straight up like that was well earned and justified. I mean, I also made sure to tell him though I wouldn't, don't just because that happened and went, not in a bad way. Don't make it a habit. Start just doing stuff like that. I mean, it's not really worth it. But that guy did drive all the way from Louisiana, so I guess the least DAGBURN could have done was oblige him with face to face. Like, why is this not? Let's check this out.
See. What's going on?
Right now, I'm gonna say what I need to say. It's gonna be all over with. I know the motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing.
Let's go back a little bit to when they first arrived here. See what he says. God, that noise is gonna fucking drive me crazy if it keeps up. How's everybody doing tonight? Chi-Chi, Citizen Z, thanks for coming. I see y'all and recognize you in chat. I think I don't. Oh my motherfucking God. I'll tell you what, if he called her that, face to face, I mean, that would get a slap too. 3 things you don't do: mess with a man's money, mess with another man's ego, and most importantly, not another man's wife or girlfriend. That's just 3 things in the world everybody knows they shouldn't do. Shouldn't do, but people do them. Looks like what's his name messed with his ego and his wife. Like, just imagine all the shit they said about Miss Melinda, framing her for murder, all types of crazy shit. This ex he dated, that's dead or whatever. I guess if I had a dead ex, I'd be on to me too.
Hey, Mo, how you doing?
Everybody ought to refer to his wife as whatever that nickname is that Filthy and his mother gave up to her.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure gonna
Gremlin or whatever. I mean, they should be.
They said they're gonna smack you.
Oh yeah. They antagonize people, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, he did something immoral and illegal. He hit me. I didn't touch him. I was just standing real close to him in an angry manner, a threatening manner, like I could do something at any second, and invaded his personal space, but I didn't do nothing." Just like Seth, I just brought him a meal and got right up in his face with a camera. With a little shit and grin. Oh, I know, Chi-Chi, I know. I was, you know, I did watch the beginning, but this is where it starts to get interesting, so.
I am going to Burger King to get their milkshake at the Fruit Tracks.
I don't know, the slap in this view is pretty damn good,
Inside corner said
but I
that
will.
burn ain't famous. How many people's come to Paintsville to see him?
And you got a church. Yeah, started with Ryan. Got your man. You got Durkee, Castle White. That's not an incorrect statement. A lot of people have in Paintsville to see DAGBURN. Well, I don't know if he came there. I think he went to Durkee. Ronnie.
Well, I wouldn't call them closet pizza because they're actually.
Oh, fuck them bitches.
Have you seen Johnny Goble? Oh.
Hey, it's Goble, motherfucker. Get your pronunciation correct. Oh, shit. I tried to go to bed too early, guys. As a result of sleep in the afternoon, this evening, I am awake. But we're not going to be on here all through the night. No. I think I'm just going to do this and then jump off. See if somebody maybe wants to come on panel afterwards. That's about it. Oh, crap. Not focusing on no junkies, that's for sure. Come on. Oh, I'm sure old Rusty Truck does. It's kind of like filthy. Stay up, can't, or I'm sorry, excuse me. I should not have used that word. He's like Brian. You know, he's got to hide himself and shit, but at the same time, he's got all these monitors. I imagine just like Brian, you know, Rusty's got a little area, 2-3 monitors and shit, you know. Always prepared to catch the latest of Johnny Goble and Ryan Upchurch Creek Squad news.
Let's go.
Johnny Gobble's here.
Tell him to pull it up.
You gotta have that motherfucker tell you when to fucking signal and say something. Gotta smoke that cigarette. See, that's your problem, Triple T. You tried to make yourself all look cool, have that megaphone. You was not in the right frame of mind. I mean, I get what you though. You didn't want to do anything first, so you allowed him to. But it looks like he done it so well and so sudden that you forgot what the fuck you was gonna do. Woo! Damn! What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Smack! Cold-blooded. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Tim, don't you jump in! Tim, don't you jump in! You all come down here
I barely want to fucking see what his reaction and what he says, his when he leaves. I heard that he fucking almost forgot he was live.
Bunch of fucking pussies!
Johnny fucking got him so out of his fucking element, he didn't know where the fuck what he was doing.
I got it on camera!
If it wasn't for fucking GPS and goddamn highway signs and shit, he probably wouldn't have made it back to Louisiana.
Get the fuck out of my goddamn face.
Oh, yes, definitely. Because he realized, you know, I am out of town. If the cops do come, even if I got it on camera, this motherfucker slapped me first. Cops gonna see I got up in his face. Tim ain't no dumbass. I almost kind of wish he had more balls. to try to attack DAGBURN, not to DAGBURN, but because the motherfucker, he would have went to jail, probably. Paintsville would have been sick of this shit. Like, you mean really? 2 years later, some of you motherfuckers are still showing up in town to fuck with Johnny Goble? If I was a police officer, that's how I'd feel. I'd be like, y'all need to fucking move on. That shit was 2 years, 3 years ago, for Christ's sake.
This is what you motherfuckers came here for. You knew what the fuck you all were coming for. No, you don't fucking tell me shut up. I'll smack your goddamn crap. You fucking hear me? I'll knock your goddamn fucking
Get him, Miss Melinda. I tell you, she scared the shit out of me seeing her act the way she did. I don't want to be on her bad side, good side, any side. Like,
yeah. You see, now may knock you the fuck down, bitch. Bullshit.
God damn. And them motherfuckers took off.
And you stuck me. Now, what the fuck's up, motherfuckers? Bring it. Bring it the fuck on. Ain't nobody fucking leaking this goddamn car.
Did you hear fucking that reaction, dude? You took me, auntie. Oh, go file a fucking witness. Go file a goddamn officer report, motherfucker. Go file a goddamn police report.
Johnny, you slap like a bitch.
Fuck you all.
Oh, of course, that's the only play you had fucking available is to say something like that.
Let's make that fucking punk's brains out back there.
I guess his arthritis was acting up.
I'm a crazy goddamn bitch.
No,
Does this guy just really wish he fucking had a CB that he talked on regularly or a police radio? Like, what the fuck is the purpose of having that?
Anybody else want to come to Paintsville?
Nothing.
You're in the fucking dark, dumbass. And it's not like he fucking, slapped you with an iron fist. He slapped like a bitch. Funny, I saw you drop a cigarette and your fucking face go more than 5 degrees opposite direction to the left, but he slaps like a bitch, alright. I guarantee goddamn to you, I wouldn't have wanted to been on the end receiving that slap.
Reaction.
He's probably realizing what the fuck did he get into and why the fuck is he here and that he's on live and that he ain't gonna be coming online probably for a little while. It's funny, Tim. I seen your wife cruising around earlier today, and hell, if I'm not mistaken, she was live just a little bit ago. If I noticed correctly, and it wasn't an old notification. But I went in there and looked for a second, and I ain't see Tim paused anywhere around.
Nobody?
I mean, wasn't in the comments, wasn't on the panel.
How did Johnny punch anybody? I'm still standing.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, Snag. I'm still alive.
Well, Triple T, if you look at the whole fucking situation, the overall viewpoint on who got more things in said that make sense edgewise, people are going to agree to and relate, and who did the most action, I mean, even people like AD and fucking junkies and stuff, and people that don't like the junkies and everyone else, we are all coming to the same conclusion. See, when you see shit like that, multiple people, especially people that don't even like one another, agreeing on something, that's a pretty good indication that, you can probably trust it. Not always, but it's definitely got more weight than, say, just one singular group. And the own group's members all agreeing or saying something, and nobody else is. Yeah, she fired the fuck up. That's called fight or flight response, motherfucker.
That's on you.
Called the adrenaline.
Johnny, in my book, that boy hit like
you learned all this, Triple T. You was in the fucking RV. Or Bereeds, I'm sorry.
Like a bitch.
It's the only good thing you did in your fucking life. How the mighty have fallen. Now in retirement and saying shit like that baby
a minute in a ring.
pricks and all types of weird shit, telling people to suck, like black hat hackers, white hat hackers. Yeah, I just heard you recently threaten some white hat hacker shit. I was like, this motherfucker just switches. Like, god dang, dude, come up with something new. When I heard him say that shit the other day, I was like, oh, hell no. I guess he decided not to go along with the black hat hacker line anymore because too many people gave a raised eyebrow at him after saying that shit. Like, I don't, you won't ever catch me like saying that, oh yeah, AD's completely level-headed and right, but, you know, he even commented and came to the same conclusion, and I told you straight up, I said, this is probably about the only accurate, straight-up thing I have ever witnessed myself seeing you say. Legit. You know it's bad when AD fucking agrees with other people. Even people he don't like, you know, he agreed with. Gobble whopped, motherfucker. Gobble whopped. No, I'm not being a DAGBURN fanboy or whatever, but I mean, hey, this was a victory not just for DAGBURN. This was a victory in the whole situation of people starting antagonizing shit, trying to, you know, make people into their own little monetized hate, you know, hate content, sniping, taking all their shit constantly, just having no life, you know. I mean, this was a win against them in general. Anybody that falls under that category, no matter who they are.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I mean, that's how I see it.
What?
Guarantee you this motherfucker won't be pulling up again to someone else's house next time that it's talked about or suggested it. This motherfucker will exit stage left. You're so ate up with it, you gotta watch what they say.
That bitch fired up. So
That bitch fired up.
That boy's
her body's working. She got adrenaline flowing through her veins. Somehow I'm attributing this as my success. Like, come on, man. This dude is so corny, dude. I tried watching one of his little country rap things earlier before I went and hit the live button. That's, I think, where I heard the white hat hacker thing. I couldn't get through the first initial 30 minutes of it. Oh, yeah. Everybody that hates one another don't get along for good reason or for bullshit reasons, etc., etc. Along with the flip-flopping people that have switched and jumped. We all are in, for once, for the one time, probably been a long time after this, we are all in agreement that, like Johnny said, he dog-walked your ass. He just didn't fucking... you know, like twist or anything. You know, I mean, do you realize that if he had done that and he went in the ground or made a real big mark or something or anything, the cops probably would have ended up coming and they would have found out he's a military vet. They would have got the age difference that he's technically an elder, and it's fucking Johnny Goble. All right, Johnny Goble's had a lot of shit with the law. I mean, that's no fucking secret. So, yeah, Johnny would have went to jail if he fucking... No. So, I mean, he showed restraint. That's what I'm pointing out. For anyone that's not getting where I'm going with this, I'm saying that he showed restraint. Yeah, he's still fucking physically, I guess you could say, if spitting on somebody is assault, technically, that was assault. In a way, I don't know, really. I mean, if you had a real good lawyer with him being so close to his face like that, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't excessive enough force and it's able to be argued justified. You never know. It just always depends case by case and who's fucking fighting. Now, if he hadn't gotten out of the vehicle at all or anything, and Johnny slapped him right there in the seat, oh, yeah. That would have been a straight up assault.
So Johnny got.
So I mean, he didn't even fucking try to hurt you. That's the thing, and he's talking about no marks. No, well, that was the whole fucking point, was to not leave any marks, dumbass. No, he didn't. That's another thing that I'm glad you pointed out. He did not have to go to the location. But you know what? If I had a car actively, and I was here, and let's say fucking old DV boy popped up somewhere. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to say that I wouldn't end up going. I definitely wouldn't like go and get out and do all that shit. I might stand by my car or whatever.
Did he hit me? No, he
but I want to think I wouldn't. You know,
see what he did though when I came
because
that's when he snuck you and
yeah, if you go and meet somewhere, even if it's a business, you ain't got a receipt that you was just a customer there or what. I mean, they're gonna be able to figure out that you went there to shit. And you know what that's gonna be? Depending on the state, it's either gonna be the aggressing party gets arrested or both get arrested. That's usually how it goes.
That's all that boy got for power.
Or in the rare situations, because maybe someone knows somebody or whatever the fuck else, nothing happens. Doesn't happen at all. You know it's rare if the cops come out somewhere and they don't fucking arrest somebody. And I don't just say that like specifically to any, I mean that in general. I think that's kind of like almost universal. Like, who was it, Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock said, everyone knows if the cops are coming, they're bringing an ass whooping with them. Like, if you make them have to get the fuck up and get in their cars and woo, 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 they are bringing an ass whooping with them. God damn, man, I tell you what. Oh my boy. See?
That's fucking hilarious.
This is why you should never curse regularly, because you do it and you don't even mean to. And
close out. There we go.
I'm alright with saying anything other than GD, but I mean, the shit just comes out sometimes. It's a fucking bad habit.
I want that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, shit. You've heard literally trolls, people that try to claim there was some troll over me, like they're not really, but say, you know, Cage or, you know, fucking call goddamn social services and try to say like you're abusing your grandfather. Like, my grandfather's 90 years old now, but his mental, I mean, the only thing that's mentally affected I could tell ever by him is perhaps his memory, but not in the sense of like somebody I know that was pre-dementia at first and now they're in full-blown stage 1. Seeing that process sucked, man. To see them get served with legal stuff, and hell, they didn't even worry about it. Heck, they even had this idea that they was gonna come out on top, like, because they got a good lawyer. But shit, they was still driving, living on their own, no nurse or anything. They had to take their blood sugar every day, and
Johnny did not beat me down.
Within less than a month, I mean, straight to the nursing home.
Crack. Yeah, he snuck me as I was getting out of my truck.
Dude had a nice little, you know, decent, you know, we like helped him, and my granddad knew him. I did stuff for him, and I mean, when he was getting towards the end, like, you had to, I mean, he just couldn't do certain things. So he would go to the bank, and he wanted to get.
Oh yeah, he definitely snuck me. Yeah, people don't say it on camera either. And then daggone old Merle got in between us, and then he come up and got me again while she's running up on me. That boy hit like a bitch though, for real. Johnny, you here like a bitch. I'm still talking shit. Fuck you and Merle. Straight?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just irritated. Boy, irritated.
Oh, I wish I was a female for 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro. And then, you know, people don't see, like, she's all in my face, grabbing my shirt and shit. Like, what the fuck? Go ahead, bro.
Which one am I going?
I have no idea. Did you put the place in?
Yeah. $3.21 straight ahead.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if that's appropriate, Z. He didn't actually sneak him. Dude was straight up lying. They was lying eye to eye. Like, damn, if fucking T moved forward a little bit more, Johnny did, they would have literally been touching nose to nose. Like, that's how fucking. Apologies. I fell out, but basically, yeah, I didn't think the Queen of England, for instance, was ever gonna die. That bitch was like damn near pushing towards 120. So she was actually 96 years old. I don't know why she had already broke 100. I thought she did though. Hold on, guys. I gotta put on something. Yeah, y'all don't pay any attention to old DAGBURN or Square, hell, the Worky, what's left of the Workies, or Paula, or anybody else, or Gene and them. Don't listen to all of them that for the one and only time probably ever, and probably for even the rest of the fucking time, we all agree. Like, I mean, how are you gonna pretend to be? He used to be affiliated, I thought, with this Outlaw Nation type group, wasn't he? And he like almost promoted himself as an outlaw in kind of a way, or like repping that lifestyle in a way. But then again, he also had a little thing that said not affiliated, endorsed, sponsored, or sanctioned by the military, basically. In other words, his channel is not in any way, it's not, they're not the same. They don't coexist. They don't agree with anything he says or whatever, or back it up. It's not official, right? But then he used to have content and shit where he's wearing his fucking old drill instructor hat, and he's, obviously conducting himself in a military type fashion. I mean, you can't eat your cake and keep it at the same time, or have it too, if you know what I mean. Like, you gotta pick. That's what's so funny about Triple T. That'd be like me with my little disclaimer I run, and then I sat up here and said, oh, yeah, the so-and-so church authorizes and backs up all of that I say, and has verified me to be accurate. Even though down there I say literally no groups are affiliated, completely independent, personal type channel. I can't be both. I have to be one or the other. Hold on. What'd you say? Official reactor for them. Shit, if that's their official reactor, I think after that little stunt, they need to seriously consider retiring his ass and find somebody else. Matter of fact, fuck that. Don't give him retirement. Make him quit. Force him out. I ain't gonna tell him to do that or nothing. I don't give a shit that much about him. But somebody probably does. He ain't gonna bother me. I had somebody explain, his little black hat hackers threat's actually pretty, if you think about it, it's illogically dumb. It's not sound or realistic. If that were to happen, let's just put it this way. Nobody's gonna be able to do every single thing to get rid of every piece of metadata, which would point to it not originating from there or was sent remotely, etc. Something's gonna be left. So, go ahead, try to have people shit hacked by white hats or black hats, and I guarantee you, if they was able to get the dude that made Silk Road, they'll get your ass. Most definitely. With your little Surfshark VPN and shit.
I got a VPN and a text now number, a premium one.
Oh, that's sad, man. Well, some people got like 2, 3 extra numbers on a phone that's got a SIM card of its own. Hell, they might even have a phone that lets them have an eSIM and not just one SIM card slot, but 2. So they could have 1, 2, then the eSIM 3, and then text now 3 numbers. They could have 6 fucking different phone numbers on one device.
Probably faster than people think. I wouldn't put it past the Israelis, to just go after the
But
ways to make money go hand in hand for Cosa Nostra. Gambling has been taken to a new level in present times, where now
A weak ass fucking horse. Hey, here you go. Hey, come on. Hey, well, here, motherfucker. Jackie. Come on, Jackie. Come on. You want it? Come on.
Why people now coming through? Fucking finally. Son of a bitch. Don't make any sense. I swear to God, I will switch back to the shitty AT&T internet, and because we didn't have to sign a contract with this thing, so yeah, it's weird because the results are freaking great. So I double checked. I mean, just going by the little app, because this is the first ISP you can't just go on your web browser and type in the 192, and just pull up. You have to specifically get this app, and and it obviously indicated that it's a pretty exact word. I'll try to say something about ultra fast, and Google said higher than average, faster speed, something along the line. Download and upload. But I mean, this thing not that big of a thing. You got brick. I mean, it's just brick and very little metal or anything that happen every time I go outside. Connecting, reconnecting. I don't know if it's part StreamYard or I mean, my Wi-Fi said that it's connected with 75% connectivity when I'm outside, but on the inside, it's damn near almost 100. So, how is it? Look how slow this is motion. This motherfucker fell back on his back. Damn, he had to catch up again. That shit was funny. So you're welcome, anybody that wanted to capture that slow motion. Ah, shit.
Tim, don't you jump in! Tim, don't you jump in!
This is funny. Look at this little beer belly, bruh. Look at this motherfucker. God damn, man. You need to start putting on some sunscreen and lotion that neck, boy. You got the lines in your neck. Fucking, you're sitting out of the sun cooking, and you're fat, and you're wrinkled when you tilt your head back and shit. Made these permanent lines. Take care of yourself, man. Look at this motherfucker. Is that a chicken on his fucking shirt? That goddamn cock. When I say cock, I'm talking about a fucking rooster. Look at that. You can clearly see he already got something up on the screen. It definitely isn't that great. But if you're looking at the screen up close, let me see if I can zoom in. No, it's just my words and interface bigger. Hold on.
Tim, don't you jump in! Tim, don't you jump in!
I'm surprised that it can stop
You jump in!
to make the smarter choice. Then again, being legal. But it does appear to say that Tim brought 4 reactions brought a car. But it's smart because they traveled, and I mean, even if the other party don't think it was personal, you might end up bringing the feds into it because you traveled. It's enticing. That's how my friend got in so much trouble going state lines, going back to Tennessee with a bunch of freaking illegal. It was illegal. It's not like ICE would have heard about him or police would have stopped him. It would have been like, whoa, he's not a citizen. He had a it's a visa. I think it's just a green card or whatever. But it's weird how I did it because I wonder, like, is he going to be sentenced for that and serve a sentence here and then get deported, or will they deport him and he serves it? No, he just basically hung around there in the system for about 2 to 3 years and then was sent off. But I think pretty much like never being legally allowed back in. I don't know. Especially if he didn't serve time. I don't know this. Okay, let me. How do I zoom in on that? Well, y'all just gonna deal with that. But oh, here, let me turn the quality up. I don't. I'll check on my phone later, but the quality should be noticeably better than it was previously. He's got such a damn bloated gut. It's not funny enough.
You all come down here wanting it.
I don't see anything sticking out on the sides of their shirts, though, or anything, so I don't think any of them are fucking variant.
2 of you motherfuckers on one. 2 of you motherfuckers on one. You bunch of fucking pussies.
It'd be illegal right off the bat, too, if they didn't both have CCWs as well, and CCWs that have reciprocity.
You fucking pussies.
What the fuck is he standing like that for? He stands like that. He winds up his fucking
Johnny. You done did what you need to do and said what the fuck you need to say.
Like, look, Johnny even turned his back on you. Like, when a man turns his back on you, if he can turn his back and not be looking over his shoulder, especially, then he's not worried about you.
You done did what you needed to do. Let's go.
Here's fucking wind up. I can't tell if he's pretending that he's hitting, that thing in the boxing place they practice on. I can't tell if he's pretending to do that or that's his normal jerk off fucking motion. He's like, I don't know. It's weird. I'm really fucking robot. I'll be goddamn man. I swear I will thing and shut him. I tell you what, tell me how in the fuck I'm supposed to be able to get a $120 set headset. They got wireless earbuds. Keep in mind, they're not skull candies or somehow then a freaking thing that sits on your neck, and I would think it's got more than one mic on it and everything else. Like, y'all can't hear me. Just didn't make sense.
Watch him act like he's gonna do something. Fucking a 90-year-old fucking punk pussy sidewalk fucking sissy. Yeah, that's exactly what you are. Cause he would.
He didn't say. It looked like he kept his mouth shut. If I was Johnny and he said bitch or anything at all. Plus, if Johnny didn't do that, he'd be in trouble. God dang. Done. We just witnessed it. Which pushed Johnny off. Which isn't even really accurate because Triple T was getting up close to him. And then he does that, and from my view, analyzing it, it looks like he's trying to appear like John is, soul dresser, can't chill out and just talk. But he's not talking. He's looking at him, smirking, whining. Like, he's intimidating. Like, that's what's funny. Is he seems all like, oh, get on me. Like he's a fucking big
dog walk you fucking whore.
See, like right there, he literally came up to DAGBURN and pushed him away. See right there, he's raising his elbow. Like DAGBURN's got his arms almost crossed, but they're up on his chest. They're not down below on his abdomen, or where the six pack would be starting. He don't have them down low. He's got them up, and looks like he's taking his elbow on his right or left hand arm, and he's putting it like up against, I imagine, his right arm, and he's just gonna shove him. He just barely kept him from fucking slapping him again across the fucking top of his head, almost. That's about the only thing you did, Tim. You made one little evasive maneuver. Well, it wasn't even an evasive maneuver because you started putting the pressure and decided to lock your arm against his. And then when he pushed back, you then shoved him with, like, I guess almost all your force you could have got, just to, you're like, and then him trying to hit you, slap you again. I mean, you see how easy these motherfuckers can try to make themselves look like a victim? Because there's been a bunch of people that watch that maybe once or maybe two replays, etc. But they still didn't catch all the. I mean, like, that's clear.
Johnny,
They'll be like, DAGBURN is all DAGBURN. I'm surprised there wasn't a fucking Paula around to go, felony!
This is what you motherfuckers came here for. You knew what the fuck you all were coming. No, you don't fucking tell me shut up. I'll smack your goddamn brains out. You fucking hear me? I'll knock your goddamn brains out, you fucking punk. Fuck you. Y'all gotta get the fuck out of our town. Fucking weak ass fucking whore.
I'm not even talking. They're married, so one goes with the other. Alright, so y'all telling me my audio is messing up. Alright, so here, we're gonna adjust volume back off, make it manual. I got this shit turned up to shit. Goddamn mosquitoes, man. I've got it turned up to. I'm about to double check too and see how bad this audio is myself. Do not turn this off unless you have a high quality microphone. Okay, so I'm not turning the echo cancellation off. That was probably one of the mistakes right there, was that I had that shit turned off. So it'll be better. I mean, I'm not sitting here like the jam, my $400 microphone that I got. You know, they want to call my shit blood money, shit their blood money. They want to call my shit blood money, shit their blood money. See, it kind of looks like it's kind of a little bit of a connection issue, but I'm right next to someone.
You knew what the fuck you all were coming. No, you don't fucking tell me shut up. I'll smack your goddamn throat.
Yeah, the quality is immensely better.
You fucking hear me? I'll knock your goddamn fuck you.
Not 4K, but still, it's a lot better than it was.
Get the fuck out of our town. Fucking weak ass.
Looks smooth for the most part. I'm not even tall. Yeah, see, now I'm married, so you know, one goes. You know, they want to call my shit blood money, shit their blood money. Yeah, the quality is immensely better.
You fucking hear me?
I'm not even tall. Yeah, see, now I'm married, so you know, one goes. You know, they want to call my shit blood money, shit their blood money. Yeah, the quality. All right, I know that was a little annoying, so bear with me. I was trying to hear myself. What the fuck?
Alright, I thought this was funny because, yeah, this looks like a button.
What the fuck?
But it's really not, bro. It's just a back plate. It's called a fidget switch. It just gives you something to play with on the back.
The little ATF character coming up like, what is that?
It's fucking hilarious. But then on top of that, I actually do have an FRT trigger in here. So, like, functionally and visually, you know.
Bruh,
but
what do you...
legally, you know what I mean?
How?
Alright, I thought this was funny because...
What does that say? Fidget switch.
This looks like a button, but it's really not, bro. It's just a back plate. It's called a fidget switch. It just gives you something.
No, that is a button. If you was holding that... No, hold on. Glock FRT. Bro's lawyer would have a field day in court explaining that one.
On the back, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no
but
shit.
Then on top of that, I actually do
Gonna
have
call Saul Goodman.
here,
Yeah,
so like,
good luck.
Functionally and visually, you know.
They locking you up. I'm trolling the fuck out of these cops.
Legally,
it's either registered or it's not.
You know what I mean?
And I'm talking about the little switchy thing.
Alright, I thought this...
I didn't think you could... I didn't know that they allowed new ones, though, to be so...
was funny.
I don't understand. I don't understand enough about
like
this.
A button, but it's really not, bro. It's just a back plate. It's called a fidget switch. It just gives you something to play with on the back.
Throwing the FDF.
Which I think is fucking hilarious. But then on top of that, I actually do have an FRT trigger in here, so like, functionally and visually, you know.
It says technically.
So what was...
I bet they have. He's right. Legally, they are not a switch. Okay. Well, then what is it? Designed to provide tactile and sometimes auditory feedback through the action of flipping a switch. Dude, I gotta really specify. I'm not talking about a toy. Because that's a good idea. Just put a freaking thing that's designed for you to fidget, mess with on an EDC or firearm at all. Like, you don't want to be fidgeting around with it. Lock switches are illegal to possess. I know that. Even possessing the switch by itself, regardless if it's attached, is a federal crime. Yep. 10 years in prison, substantial fine. 1986 Protection Act banned the possession and transfer of new automatic and related parts with few exceptions. Not produced or sold by Glock and become prevalent.
Legal Glock switches.
Like, I don't even like these things. I'm not even gonna. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not like cool.
Police found one in Sunday's
but
deadly shooting at an
no,
illegal
I don't
block
like
party where
I mean, it's just
19 people were injured and 2 people were killed. 7 News Detroit's Kimberly Craig has been looking into these devices and DPD's fight to get them off the street.
It's commonly called a Glock switch.
18 people were injured and 2 people were killed. 7 News Detroit's Kimberly Craig has been looking into these devices and DPD's fight to get them off the street.
So
it's commonly called a Glock switch.
2 people
and the father
fucking
of 1 teenager
deceased.
killed called it the worst invention in history. Detroit shop on Detroit's west side, and he says it's unsettling the number of young people he sees walking around with firearms.
Yeah, but the problem is they be walking around with them in their waistband and shit.
They walk around.
No training whatsoever.
They got. I mean, they have some big guns with the clips this long or whatever. And I'm just like, what do you need all that for?
That's how a Glock semi-automatic pistol is designed to fire. But with this quarter-sized device that Detroit police have been seeing more of, it turns into this.
They're illegal. You can't possess them. And they turn a regular handgun into almost a machine-style weapon.
The mindset is to inflict as much damage as they can, as quickly as possible.
Commander Ryan Connor and Captain Marcus Thurkill lead the organized crime division for Detroit police.
It's what looks like fully assembled.
And they're seeing a growing number of criminals using these machine gun conversion devices, commonly called a Glock switch.
Year to date, we've recovered approximately 50 Glock switches off the street, and half of those have been used in violent crime.
Investigators say criminals are buying them online or simply making them at home with 3D printers.
That's dangerous. I'm like, we're not at war. Why you need a gun like that in the first place? We walk around with automatic rifles and all that. It's scary for one thing.
It's important to note that Glock switches are often used on Glock pistols, but they are not made by the gun maker. They were invented by Jorge Leon, who said he wanted to help militaries and police. He now calls his invention a catastrophe.
The biggest problem and the nightmare for law enforcement is large capacity crowds, the amount of victims that it can cause versus what's legal as a semi-automatic handgun.
You fired a fully automatic.
Sure.
Can you imagine firing a fully automatic out of a handgun?
Oh, no.
Attorney Terry Johnson has experienced the power of a fully automatic firearm. He's a gun rights advocate who says this about Jorge Leon's invention.
The Glock switch is very dangerous for the public. No one is trained to use a handgun that's fully automatic, and there's a reason for that.
And that's why Detroit police are sending the message: if you're caught in possession of a Glock switch or making them, you can bank on being prosecuted federally.
But to hear a machine-style weapon in a neighborhood where houses are in close proximity together is frightening.
So if you have information on anyone involved in making or possessing a Glock switch, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers or Detroit Rewards TV.
It's scary. Something like that can turn a weapon into a killing machine.
It's different penalties under federal charges.
This is not an...
Well, I mean, technically it's not that until somebody decides to take it and use it for that. I mean, it's just a tool. But, yeah, I don't like, I don't particularly care for them either. It's stupid because most of these really semi-auto designs, you know, you have nothing to hold it down in the front. You know, I mean, somebody that doesn't have any experience, all the things will fly out their hand, sending projectiles probably back and all over the place. I mean, is it still cracking bad right now? Seriously. Shit pissing me off, it is. I think I may have figured it out though. Hopefully you guys can hear me better now. I think what it was is I had my Bluetooth on my computer, and sometimes I've noticed that it's, depending on the device, how it is, it can connect to two things at once. But when it does that, I notice that the noise goes off, indicates my mic is shutting on and off. So I think it might have been that. Hey, testing. Let me know if this is a little bit better. That might have been what was causing that in and out crap, was because the mic was quitting back and
bolt in a magwell. The changing is quick and easy, and the combinations are practically limitless. With just one serialized lower, you can have any configured laser which cannot be detected by most night vision devices. Check out.
You'll be impressed with given how complex the system is. Well, it's not complex.
Josh zeroed this red dot.
Rounds, it got intuitive for me personally.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think so. I mean, you guys probably saw we started with bill drills, right? And first we were just making sure we could get accurate shots on paper because we don't want to send anything over the berm. And it's, I wouldn't say it's not intuitive. I mean, you understand that one pull and one release, each is a function of the trigger. But like when you start going fast, your brain kind of loses it. Like Binary Boy over here, he can let him rip. But
you could change your name in the Discord to Binary Boy. B-O-I, right?
Binary Boy.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing when we talk about training on this firearm, one, it's fun. I mean, that's that. I mean, right off the bat,
the Glock switch at home, it delivered on that.
It
for
did.
Sure.
It did. So I had a blast stationary, just letting them rip, right? But then when we got into the actual running around, it gets slightly more complicated when, for example, if you have a specific course of fire, right? So we set up a couple stages USPSA style, 2 on paper. We ended up doing 2 on steel because you would end up throwing around, and then you're like, okay, so then you either have to make sure to flip it up into the safe mode or the semi mode to deactivate the trigger before you move, or keep that thing pinned, which is unsafe. And if you do ever run matches, what is your muscle memory? Finger off the trigger, right? So it's like almost intuitively telling you to send around if you're going too fast, if it's beyond your capabilities, right? So I think it's that's the training portion of it. Make sure if you're going to get into anything complicated, just get some reps on that thing. Once you do, I mean, there's plenty of times where Bobby and I would send a couple rounds and we go, oh, okay, well, we threw one, hit steel, mic'd the next one, threw another one, okay, safe, and then we would move.
I think several times where I was running and I got stuck on one, just literally flip up, finger off the trigger, move, and just throw back on. And it's easy enough to throw back into binary mode with like one hand.
Yeah.
So I was like, just reach up, turn it off with my left hand, move, bop, and go.
True.
Yeah, I think so. We shoot tens of thousands of rounds
a year collectively through guns and doing training, and between the OSD channel and this channel and all the other stuff, we probably do. I don't even know that I've had a muzzle violation. Not to mention a negligent. I had 2 negligent discharges with this gun for that reason. Is I would have to do a follow-up shot or whatever. Unfortunately,
Oh, this guy's had 2 negligent discharges. Oh, wow. I wonder, dang, I'm surprised that the other people didn't go, oh, you gotta be around, like, you know, that's what I am trying to say. But again, JM, one, like, it might not have been prudent as a youngster with a 410 I got from my birthday to fire off, especially kind of angled into the air at nothing. But again, you're talking about 410, and from my understanding, when it comes to stuff in a shotgun, your tubular stuff doesn't really fall down that high terminal velocity or cause really that much damage to anything. So maybe not smartest thing to do, but fucking 10 years old.
Negligent, I think it's more unintended because you still were pointing the gun in like a safe direction.
That's what I was going to argue. If you're very well trained in pistols in general, it's a good and bad thing. One, you're going to observe at least 3 of the 4 firearm safety rules, which if you're doing, you're going to be fine. You break one every single time you touch a gun, at least once. But like at the same time, if you have all of that muscle memory, I think the second you try to run it fast, like you said, trying to get off the trigger, and I don't think the training's necessarily in getting the gun to hit. If you have a good grip and you have like your first shot's a good sight picture, everything else after that, getting
and a good zero.
And a good zero.
And a good zero.
That's the most important if you're running a red dot. It actually was really easy. I really thought we would struggle more, specifically on the release of the trigger to get that, because it's, you got to imagine, probably in the hundreds of thousands of.
We have a little bit of disagreement here, though, because Paul seems to think that the way to do it is just to kind of let it fly.
I'm on the let it fly group.
Yep. So
if I'm trying to make an accurate shot, like we were doing our 25-yard like accuracy testing.
You did win.
I could not just let it go. I would hit like way too low or high right of it. Like I have to, which is super weird too, because as you're pulling the trigger, releasing the trigger, it's gonna go off. And then when it goes off, like you there's no wall because you're letting off of a trigger, not pulling on the trigger. So there's no wall as you're letting off. So it's just gonna kind of go off.
And
here's my
we
argument.
even demo that there's like a false wall on the release.
Exactly. So I'm gonna pull, and then on the release, you can what throws me off, and this is why I don't like Bobby's solution, right? So if you're going slow because you're trying to get that accurate shot, right, and you're coming off, you'll actually feel, I don't know if you could hear that, the click.
That is not the gun.
But that's not it going off. You have to continue to release it, and then it'll go bang. So if it's unintuitive, and I think it can cause, well, in certain, if you're, maybe not if you're Bobby, but I found that when I tried to like write it like that, I ended up getting an extra round going off because I was kind of saying, I was keeping pressure on the trigger thinking I'm going to come off slowly, and I felt that click. Wait a second. It didn't go off. Let it go off a little bit more. It shoots, and then you
I
grip
think,
because of the shot, right? That was completely unintentional.
It was almost an A zone, though.
Yeah, there are smarter and more experienced and better shooters than me that say that it does not matter how you pull the trigger. It matters how you grip the pistol to get accurate shots, especially on follow-up shots.
But that's what I was going to say is when my method of just letting it slowly out for me, I was literally like locking the gun down. So that it wouldn't go off again. I think that's where it comes from, is like if you're letting go of it and you don't have necessarily the tightest grip on it, I could see it, the gun flipping, and then your finger just being there, and that's how you're maybe getting a second round off.
That's fine. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but it's something that can happen. And if you're, it's just a different.
It happened
system.
to at least 2 of us. Not me.
This is what I'm getting at. There's a lot of people who currently subscribe to the idea that you pin the trigger to the rear in shooting and you ride the reset. That will not work on this gun. You can make it happen, But the likelihood that you get a third round out of it really should be a pull and a release cadence of shooting.
And I think more like people should not subscribe to that.
Agreed.
But I
That's
think
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of people do, and a lot of people have been taught that.
A ton of the people, they're going to watch the footage and be like, why are they slapping the trigger? And I'm like, one, that's the only way to get this gun to work properly. And you shot this like a machine gun. This thing was fast, even though it's still a single action of the trigger to make it go off with as fast as he can shoot. It was
and I
dummy
think
fast.
that it's one of those things where there's definitely pro shooters out there with
that can shoot that
crazy
fast on
freaking
a semi,
splits
yeah.
and combination of trigger, gun, and training. But like yesterday, Bobby let it rip on that Mr. Target, and it was like 22 rounds in 2.7 seconds.
It was fast. Running it fast though, like I was really surprised. Like keeping it in the A zone, even in some of these shots were 12 yards, 15 yards, relatively
2
fast.
seconds.
It wasn't terribly hard to get bang bang or bang bang to go. You were stacked a couple. You stacked a few that were just like right next to each other,
that's the
which
thing.
was
So
kinda like-
is this the precision long range pistol trigger? No, it's the make rounds go fast.
Yeah.
Glock 18 at home, do it for fun.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that in close quarters, Bobby and I were stacking double alphas all day long,
10
an
yards
inch
in,
apart.
this thing's pretty easy.
It's exactly.
And it's a bit of a bullet hose.
Yeah, and I think
past that, I think I wouldn't be taking hostage shots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, and some of that's going to be like your individual proficiency. The better a shooter you are, the cooler I think this thing gets for you as a tool. If that makes any sense. But I think of things to be cool, I'd like.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this thing's so bad. I'm gonna switch it to one other. After I kill that mosquito, I'm going to switch this to one other different line.
To see this in like a little PCC chassis, I think that would be rad.
Oh yeah, if you have a stock on this in a chassis or a brace,
either way, 3 points of contact with this would crush. I think what's cool too is you could go. You still don't lose the regular if you don't have a training on it, and it goes right back to where it's supposed to be. You do have the delete feature. We talked about that earlier, which I think makes this safer. I think that was really smart. And for a Glock slide, it's kind of expensive, but you're technically buying a slide in a trigger pack. And like, if you've never removed the pins on your frame for a Glock, take this to an adult.
Like the amount of shooting we did, because it's a unique feature and it's binary, and everyone goes, I want to see how fast I can shoot this, right? Like, let me try it. Let me try it. You don't normally go to the range with your Glock and go like, I'm going to mag dump a 32 round stick. Here, your turn to mag dump a 30 round. Like, how fast can you shoot it?
That's literally how my range days go.
Okay, well, never mind.
I've seen the internet enough. I know I've seen enough range trips, but this will get you through that a little bit faster. I think Franklin actually put something together that's pretty cool.
And to my knowledge, I think this is the only binary system that actually gives you a actual like slide control.
Yeah.
There's a couple other triggers that are out there. But I think that in terms of like fit and finish, this is probably the cleanest one.
Pretty nice. Yeah, it's expensive. I think if you're already in the Glock system of stuff, you won't have some of these parts. You will need a Gen 3. They recommend using an OEM Glock. I think Glock actually provides in there some of their. I don't know if they sell the whole gun by itself, but when I talked to Dave about it, he was like, use an OEM Glock. They were nice enough to let us build this thing around their platform. Please use an OEM Glock, which is what that thing's on. This is a
Okay, we gotta talk about the CoffeeZilla situation. Basically,
All right. Test. Okay. I hope that that's better. If it's not, I don't know what else. I mean, if it's still giving the same exact issue, it's got to be something beyond my control, like stream. Because now I'm using a name brand freaking device. I mean, so it went from name brand to not name brand to back to name brand. Each one different device. So
if you didn't know, there's a YouTuber or podcaster called Adam22 who is now calling CoffeeZilla a grifter for exposing his crypto scam. Now, you might have heard of Adam22 from certain other situations where he was pimping out his wife to certain actors to make more money. Keep in mind, Adam has a kid who is being shown in his social media posts as well. They are certainly going to have insane level of trauma from this, probably going to get bullied in school. It is just a disgusting situation around, and because that, Adam became nothing stock of the internet.
We had the situation with Jason Love 2 years ago.
You think that Adam did?
Well, obviously, yes.
Right. Anyways, it turns out he's gone on a podcast called Click. This is about
freaking straight up cuck, dude. Fucking cuck alert.
Xerto news account, and he decided to talk shit about CoffeeZilla trying to expose him. I like pointing this out because usually it's not relevant, and I want to address.
Is it me or is the video fucking? What the fuck, man?
Okay, we got the CoffeeZilla situation. This is for a podcaster called Adam22 who is now a group for exposing. Now you are 22 certain other situations where he is pimping his certain actors to make more. Keep in mind, as a kid who was shown in school as well, you're certainly going to have the same level.
Alright, so I essentially just fucking closed everything. Because I have no idea what the fuck's going on, and you know what? It's too fucking late to worry about it. For those that came and hung out, appreciate it. Hopefully you can make out at least what I'm saying right now, mostly. Have a good rest of your evening and night. Take care. I'm gonna try to get more sleep. God bless. Peace. Till next time.